For a week, he's been silent, a week in which a decision that he made has played out with alarming chaos. Now, back from his holiday back in the White House, President Biden faced the biggest test of his presidency.
I stand squarely behind my decision. After 20 years, I've learned the hard way that there was never a good time to withdraw U.S. forces. That's why we're still there. We were clear-eyed about the risks. We planned for every contingency, but I always promised the American people that I would be straight with you. The truth is, this did unfold more quickly than we had anticipated.
The core of his carefully scripted argument was that staying there would have been futile.
There is no chance that 1 year, 1 more year, 5 more years, or 20 more years of U.S. military boots on the ground would have made any difference.
But then what of the timing and the manner of the U.S. pullout?
The scenes we're seeing in Afghanistan, they're gut-wrenching, particularly for our veterans, our diplomats, humanitarian workers, for anyone who has spent time on the ground working to support the Afghan people.
A month ago in the same room, words which now sound so naive.
Is a Taliban takeover of Afghanistan now inevitable?
No, it is not. There's going to be no circumstance where you see people being lifted off the roof of an embassy of the United States from Afghanistan. It is not at all comfortable.
Now, with an all-American backdrop, he danced a fine line for a home audience, claiming in one breath that this was the right decision, the only decision, but then arguing that he was forced to follow through on a bad deal with the Taliban struck by Donald Trump.
Under his agreement, U.S. forces would be out of Afghanistan by May 1, 2021.
In other words, he argues that his withdrawal was more controlled than Mr. Trump's would have been. He does know that a decision that was on him has caused unease and upset among allies and more than a wry smile from foes. But this speech wasn't for them. So what now? The president had this.
We will lead with our diplomacy, our international influence, and our humanitarian aid. We'll continue to push for regional diplomacy and engagement to prevent violence and instability. We'll continue to speak out for the basic rights of the Afghan people, of women and girls.
And so it was a doubling down of his decision. No regrets. This was a message for the people of America, not for the people of Afghanistan.